It's hump day, him time, hump day, him time, hump day, him time, hump day, him time. Hey, everybody, it is the middle of the week, and I'm here to help you get over the hump. All right, my sister-in-law sent me this, itty bitty hymnal. It was called Youthful Favorites. You may have known it, but it's itty bitty. So I'm going to try and read it. I know this, but I didn't know the second verse. I only knew the first verse. So y'all sing it with me and we will get going this morning. Everybody ought to know, everybody ought to know, everybody ought to know who Jesus is. He's the lily of the valley. He's the bright and morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know who Jesus is. On the cross he died for sinners, and his blood makes white as snow. Loving, living, coming Savior, he's the one you ought to know. Sing it. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know who Jesus is. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know who Jesus is. And that's the truth. If you don't know Jesus as your Savior, you can just meet him right now where you're sitting, where you're standing, wherever you are. Just ask him to come into your heart and your mind and your soul and live and abide in you, lead you, guide you on a daily journey with him. I swear you will not be disappointed, because everybody ought to know who Jesus is. So y'all, here's your hump day hymn lady signing out.